Good morning, happy Saturday, welcome back to the channel. As you see, it's probably can't really tell yet, it's getting to be a little snowy today. While I had the best of plans to put the plow on the four-wheeler, do some snow camping with the van again, I got a nice flu from Gatlinburg in the last video, so I've been down most of the week. So today, probably going to do something simple, going to try to do something simple, we'll see where it evolves to. When I was driving the Outback to and from Tennessee and South Carolina, I noticed the rear brakes are getting a little loud and some weird noises coming from there. I think the pads need to be changed, so we're going to do something simple today. We're going to change the pads and see how much snow comes down out there. So, join me. Alright, welcome back to the channel. So this should be an easy video. This shouldn't be anything crazy, but you know how it goes around here. So I have the Outback up here, lifted. I'm going to take the rear wheels off. Should just be a pad replacement, so this should just really be simple. But going to bring you all along just in case anything crazy happens. As you know, it happens. Wanted to do the Vanagon brakes today, but it's a little snowy, and I don't know how long my energy is going to last from having the flu. So I want to get something done because I don't want to ride on these too long. So let's get these wheels taken. All right. So first wheel, these are brand new tires, so much quieter, as you can probably tell in the last video. So I've had these brake pads for a while, but of course I didn't want to use them because it wasn't needed. Just a little impact needed. All right, we did some learning. So these caps have to come off. You don't have to take the whole assembly off. So I was wrong with that, and that's what we learned here. I do it wrong, so you don't have to. And I've also found it's helpful when looking at like YouTube videos. You see people do it wrong, you see people do it right, and it helps you do it better overall. So yeah, the big bolts don't have to come off. You use pliers to get them to break free a little bit, give it a little twist. I'm going to put the pliers on right there. Twist only the cap, not the entire piece of rubber. So now that that's good, I can put my flathead in there, not with my hands not on the way, and just give it a little pop. As you see right here, it might not focus, but they're not. It's not a screw type. It's just ribs. Make sure it's seated really well. Grab that. All right, next the pins here have to come off, but watch out because they are spring loaded. This would be a excellent time for some safety glasses. Put a flat head there to guide it out. I mean, they're not completely worn to nothing, but they're definitely in need of a replacement. I'll focus my light down there. So that's one side, and then that's the other side. So brake grease, then a new rear pad, which, all right, I guess it might have needed a little bit. That's a lot of pad right there. And then you put a little brake grease on both sides, and it'll be good to go. Oh no, this looks like that looks like a VW kind of style. I might be in trouble. Crisis averted. Uncle Charlie has left his, normally I would call this a VW caliper kit here, but apparently Subaru uses it now too. You know, older brakes, you would press this in. Newer brakes, you twist it in with a tool. Yep, one more tool you need to buy. All right, so I did some learning. I unplugged this plug, it makes things easier. And you just twist it clockwise with the tool. I'll show it on the other wheel. You twist it clockwise with this tool, and it will slowly push the piston back in. Now I'm just going to apply a little bit of this grease to put it on the blocks themselves. Probably. There we go. Just to the underside here, so it slides smoothly. Just a little bit of grease there. Bit of grease there. All right, now that that's on, greased up, just have to slide this back on. We want it to all be sitting flush sitting very flush in there because it will slide back on. I mean, it only screws in. It's not like you can push it anymore in. So just finding the way. When I did it at first, the bottom down here wouldn't go on. I even tried, like, I'm going to hit it with a hammer and get it on there. It wouldn't work. You have to get the angle right, and once you get the angle right, it just pops. All right, so I was doing it right. That's why you do one side at a time. Now you can check the other side as a reference. So it was right. It sits under both of these and then loops up. Can't go that way. Can't go that way. It definitely, these shelves sit under. This is learn with me, not learn from me. Oh, that's true, and that will bring this closer, so that'll probably make it seat better anyways. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good call there. That's a lesson learned. Get these bolts started and all the way in before you can put that bracket back on. So that was the way to do it. See, learn with me, not from me. I got the bottom hole in, hooked it on here, and then I forced this hole in here, the peg into the hole, and then I bent the top bracket on the shelf. And now they're both seated. There's no odd, uneven tension. It's sitting in there nice and good. You just have to tighten the bolts back here that we didn't need to take off. Because the other side should be a breeze now. We're pros at this now. Do our same couple hammers worth of tightening. Boot back on, and don't forget your clips. Remember, they don't screw in. They just push in and good to go. All right, passenger side. I wouldn't call this a speed run. You never want to do brakes on a speed run, but so first thing here, we're going to take these little caps right here, give them a little twist so they aren't stuck to the boot anymore. And it never comes off so easy. Let me take our flathead. Doing this one-handed is great. Just get it in there and push it off. The hex right here. Get in there and then loosening this. Loosen this, and then unplug the connector that's down here. This connector comes off. This hex comes out. This hex comes out. And then we're good. Oh, and sometimes you might need to take a flathead and just push on these bolts so they slide, because you could be cranking on these forever and they might just be spinning. And noting our spring right here is in the same orientation. Just gotta pop it out. Woo, these are a little bit lower. New pads, grease it up. See, once you do it once, it becomes muscle memory. And then you can do it all the time. And you're saving yourself like $600 in labor and parts. Probably more in parts. Now get our special tool out again. And you put both parts in here. So you gotta turn this collar counterclockwise to get the plate to fall in again. These are really worn. Keep turning it counterclockwise until the whole assembly is in there, and then you just got to twist it a bit to get the key to line up. There's two little pins. See that lined up? Now I turn that collar counterclockwise again, tighten the plate up, and then I can turn the whole assembly clockwise to spin the caliper, or the piston, sorry, back into place. And once it stops, it's good. There's no resistance here. This is easy. Much easier than using a C-clamp on the old ones. If you're wondering, yeah, it's so cold in here, I got like 4 layers on right now. So I am far from cold. And it might feel super tight, but it's got to go in at that perfect angle for it to sit. This is the worst part. it is 100% finding the right angle. I just screwed around with it and screwed around with it, and it wouldn't go. And as soon as it found the perfect angle, went in. No force needed at all. That is wild. All right. 4 mallet hits just to get it to tighten in there. That's done. The thing we have left to do is just clean off my mess. Yeah, that just, your mileage may vary. Wow. That just popped right in there. We'll make sure it's not sitting weird. All right, got everything tightened up on there. I forgot to plug in the electric parking brake cable, so I did that. Don't worry. Always get your lug nuts started. You don't want to go cross-threading things when you hit it with the impact gun. And always, I'm going to say always, take all this off. When you're using this, this is not the final step. You get it tight, you lower the car, drive it a mile up and down the driveway, and then get your torque wrench out with the same socket, and then you tighten the spec, like 90 foot-pounds, 75 foot-pounds, whatever it might be. Never rely on just this. And never, even if you're doing a torque in the air, always move it a little bit. Move it up and down the driveway a mile, check it. And then when you drive about, I think it's about 10 to 35 miles, something like that, check it again. Make sure that these are tight. I think it's a lot colder in here than I thought it was. So, next thing, final thing, is to go back here and put the cap back on. And look at that, our fluid's back to where it was before. You don't lose brake fluid. All right, and that is going to be a wrap for this video. Finished doing the rear brakes, learn how to do those together. Definitely not a tutorial. You're learning with me. You're making mistakes with me. Yeah, make sure to tighten everything, torque everything. I took the car out there, torqued the wheels again. Those are good. Changed the oil. I'm at 62,000 miles, so there's definitely going to be a video on how to change the rear differential fluid and then front transmission fluid, because that's definitely due, and spark plugs. But I'm going to do that when it's a little bit warmer, a little bit nicer. I need to get the parts too. So, thanks for tuning into this shorter video. I'm going to continue getting over this cold. Also, this is what it's doing outside right now. Nothing too exciting. It started with snow, now it's ice. Y'all want to see me fix this thing? It needs head gas. Take it somewhere, get the head gaskets replaced. I'm not diving into that. There's no time for that. But, of course, it needs brakes, tires, pretty much a once-over on all the stuff. But, y'all want to see a video on that? Let me know. It's just sitting here. The more I look at it, the more I want to fix it. So that might be next. Maybe. Thank you for tuning in. Please subscribe if you like this kind of random content all over the place. If you like this video, drop a thumbs up. Any questions or anything I did wrong that I didn't check, definitely let me know, and I'll pin it to the video so others are informed. But definitely not a tutorial. Just want to say that. But yeah, thank you for watching. Peace.